Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up from Ohio. I thought I would come and bring you a video tonight. It's quite a bitter cold day here today, and what else is there to do but try to catch up on all the stuff that I've let go with my knee replacement. Last couple weeks have been really hard on me with pain in my knee and that, and I've just not taken the time to come to the basement and do what I should be doing. So I thought I would try to catch up a little bit today and tonight. So anyway, I am bringing you a card. It is actually not with anything new. It is with a stamp set out of the annual catalog called Amazing Year. I will show that to you when I put my phone to angle down on the card. But right now I want to remind you that we don't have very much longer to wait, and our new catalog will be starting. And with that being said, if you do not have a demonstrator and you would like to have a catalog in that, please let me know. I'd be happy to send one to you, and I'd happy to be that demonstrator that can help you. Also, I am trying to add to my team, so if you would like to join Stampin' Up, I would love for you to join my team and be able to just come and be on the team and do whatever it is you like to do with Stampin' Up, whether it's be a hobbyist or start a career with it. Any way you want to go is all right with me, all right with the company. So just let me know if you'd like to do that, okay? I am going to turn the camera down so you can see the cards that we are going to make. It's not going to take long. I've got 3 different cards to show you, but I'm only going to make one, so that'll be much easier. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around. Get my cord out of the way here and let you see my ceiling. I hope you close your eyes during that, because that was a terrible way of doing it, but I did it. Okay, here are my cards that I have done. And like I said, it's using the stamp set called Amazing Year. I'm doing this stamp right here and using the To a Wonderful Friend. So, what I'm doing with that is I'm actually showcasing the scoring tool, how it scores lines into your card and makes it just give it a little bit more 3D look. So I'm going to be demonstrating how I did that and making this card. So, and this card, I did the same thing, only I did not mat it against the green or anything. This one I matted against the green, but I didn't take the lines all the way down. I stopped them and did the To a Wonderful Friend at the bottom. And this one I did the lines all the way down, plus added the little tag right here that says To a Wonderful Friend, plus the green mat. So I just did it 3 different ways so that you can see the 3 different ways to be able to do that, all using the same stamp set and the same technique to do that. What I'm going to bring out here for you to see that I am doing, first I need to make sure this is in focus with my, here we go. Forgot to put the computer up to where I could see what I was doing, making sure you could see, or I could see you. So what I'm going to be using is, let's take all this apart. I'm going to put I've already got my stamp on my Stamparatus, which is what I'm going to be using. I am going to lay this back here. And I also forgot to tell you, here is my host code for December, plus my online store. If you would like to order anything, I want to set that right here so you'll be able to see it. If you want to take a screenshot of it, you may do that. But I'm laying this back here so when I put this back, it lays flat, so it's easier to ink, okay? And what I've got here is a piece of 2 pieces of cardstock. And one is, I even forget the measurements. It's been that long. I've had this cut to do forever, and I didn't do it. So let's measure our paper here. Okay, it's 5 1/8 by probably 3 7/8. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, right? 5 1/4 by 4. So that's our measurements. This is your regular 5 1/4 by 4. This is done in an 1/8 inch so that you just barely see the green around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little piece of paper towel out. I always keep that in there, just, I don't know why, just because. So I'm going to lay my cardstock down and put my magnets right here. And then I'm going to make sure that I've got this where I want it. And I think that looks pretty good. I think I might even take it up just a hair. Like so. And put this on here, and yeah, I think I like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my black ink, and the reason why I'm using my Stamparatus is because I want to make sure that I get a good solid black image. So let's just ink that up. Bring that down, and I have my little tool here to use with that, and I can just rub it instead of having to use my fingers and walk through that. I can just rub all that on there. Bring it back. Going to stamp it again. And I will probably do it at least one more time. Yep, I think I want one more time. Just to make sure I got it good and black. So let's put that back. Get my tool. This tool, I had a friend of mine, her husband makes these and sells them, and she actually sent it to me as a gift, and I really, really love it. It takes a lot of work out of pressing with your fingers and stuff, so that really is very helpful. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp, and when it's on the Stamparatus, I just take my chamois and kind of fold it over and just wipe that stamp really good and get all the ink off of it. Since I'm not going to be using it again, I'm going to go ahead and maybe, if I can, get it off of the... It's stuck on there pretty good, so I'm going to take my tool and just lift in under it, make sure I get the sticky part of it off of there good. So let's go ahead and I'll put these right here, stick this back out of our way, put my stamp in my stamp box. And I'm going to take this piece, and it's like, it's 3/4 of an inch by 2, I forget the exact measurement, 2 3/4. And I am going to go ahead, and while I've got my ink out, I'm going to stamp To a Wonderful Friend. And I'm going to stamp that to the right a little bit. It says To a Wonderful Friend. We'll put that up too. That way I know it's in my stamp case. Now we're done with the ink. We don't need that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors as soon as I find them. And I'm just going to cut a V here. So I'm going to cut up the center and then cut each at a diagonal to that center that I cut and make my tag. There we go. So we have that made. We're going to set it aside. I will go ahead and fold my card to get that out of the way. And we have that. And then I will save this to glue my image on when we get it done. And what we're going to do with our image right now is we're going to color it. And what I used was the light and dark polished pink and the light and dark granny apple green. And I'm going to color this image just real quick, show you how I did that. We'll do the leaves first. So I'm going to take my dark actually. And I'm just going to add some dark to some of my leaves. So I'm always so quiet when I color, which I'm sorry for that. Must be my concentration, I don't know. So anyway, we've got some dark in there. Whoops, forgot one. And then I'm going to take my light, and then I'm just going to, right where the dark stops, I'm going to blend that to so that they blend together. So I put a lot of greenery in here. And then I'm going to color my flowers. And what I want to do is on the towards the center, I'm going to add some of the dark polished pink. And down here where these petals meet. And then, looks good. Then I'll add my light, and that'll be colored real quick. Makes a lot of noise, doesn't it? I have squeaky pens. I love the little bouquet of flowers. I think that's sweet. So there we have our flowers. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. You could use your paper trimmer for this, but I just like the scoring tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at every 1/4 inch. Now, I did say, I think in my directions, my PDF that you can get off over at my Facebook page, I think I said every 1/8, and this one's done every 1/8, and see how close it is? It's really close. And then I'm doing this one every 1/4. So, you can do it either way. So, I'm just going to start at a 1/4 inch from the side and go a 1/4 inch. Once you're doing this side over here, you have to kind of watch your fingers until you get enough room in between to do that. I'm doing every 1/4 inch until I go and get past my image, and I'll go to the 3-inch mark. And there we go. So then you have all of that, and that kind of just gives that some dimensional for your card front. So we'll put that up. We don't need that anymore. And like I said, you can use any kind of scoring tool. Your paper trimmer that has a scoring tool on it works great. That scoring tool works really good. So what I'm going to do, because I have all of these little bumpy grooves, I'm going to make sure I get enough glue to really hold those down. So I'm going to go around my edges really, really good. And when you emboss or something like that with one of these, you have to, you always want to make sure you get enough glue to hold that down because it's uneven paper. Okay, so that is what I have done. So I'm going to take this and just make sure I have that. I'm going to turn it over and use my tool and just make sure I have that. That will help burnish that glue down, but it won't hurt the front of my card any. So there we go, we have that down. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take, and I'm going to use dimensionals, and I'm going to pop this up on my card and give it a little bit more dimension. I do like dimension on my cards. So we're just going to take, I used about 6. I used the 4 corners and then 2 in the center to kind of hold it up so it doesn't fall down. You know, get kind of smashed down there in the center. So we're going to take that and we're going to put that on our card. Then I'm going to take this that says "To a Wonderful Friend," and I'm going to add dimensionals to it. And I'll just put about 3, 1 to each end, and then 1 in the middle. And then I'll just bring it down here and add it to my edge right here. And then I'm going to take some of these black, they're called matte black dots. Try to say that fast, 3 times real fast. Let's get our pick tool and I'm just going to add 2 of them, I think, right down here. Like that. And try to keep all my dots that I have open pieces and try to keep them together without them getting stuck. Those were stuck. Oh well. There we go. So we have our card made. Very easy card. And
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Well, Siri wanted to talk to me on my watch. Did you hear her? But anyway, I took the scoring pound, I did some dimensional in there, and it just adds a little bit of character to your card. So I wanted to show you that and how to do that today. So I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be back soon, I hope. I'm hoping to get back into things. I'm starting to finally feel better. It's been 5 weeks with my knee. So I think we're on the mend now. So everybody have a great day. Have a great Christmas. I am going to have this on here before Christmas Eve, which is tomorrow actually for me, since I'm videotaping on the 23rd. And I'll get this up, and you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. And be careful out in the cold. I know a lot of the United States is under cold. I mean, we're really cold here in Ohio, so just be careful. Bye.